Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Martin Keown says Arsenal's outstanding talent is not at his best yet. Arsenal took on Crystal Palace in the London Derby this past week and the Gunners beat the Eagles 5-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Bukayo Saka is one of the first names on the Arsenal team sheet, and the winger started on the right of a three-man attack in a 4-3-3 formation. The 22-year-old England international winger was not always influential and was slightly quiet by his high standards. Saka did set up the second goal for Arsenal and helped out in defense, but he could have done better going on the attack. Arsenal legend Martin Keown was following the match for TNT Sports, and while he was impressed by the display produced by Saka, he does not think that the winger is at his best yet. Keon said about Saka on TNT Sports 1 the following: "I think the variations to Arsenal's play would be nice. He has got to try and find solutions. I would like to see the fullback getting around him rather than inside of him, getting outside of him, which gives him a bit more space. Nonetheless, he is an outstanding talent, and I think he will return to his form. I don't think he is quite at the top yet, but without rest, it would certainly help." In my opinion, Bukayo Saka is one of the best and most important players for Arsenal. I believe that the 22-year-old will play a massive role for the Gunners in the coming weeks and months. He is one of the best young players around. Arsenal are aiming to win the Premier League title this season, and Saka will be a key figure for the North London club if they are to become champions of England. Saka has scored 6 goals and given 6 assists in 20 Premier League matches for Arsenal this season. The winger has scored 3 goals and provided 4 assists in 5 UEFA Champions League games for the North London club. Fabrizio Romano says £100,000 a week player could leave Arsenal soon. Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Cedric Soares could be one of a few players who head out the door at Arsenal this month. The Transfer Insider has shared an update on Arsenal's plan for the January transfer window and named Cedric Soares as a player who could leave. The Gunners are yet to bolster Mikel Arteta's squad this month, and any business they may end up doing could depend on outgoings. Cedric has been heavily linked with a move to Turkish outfit Besiktas over the past few weeks, but Romano claims nothing is imminent when it comes to Cedric's future. Yet, he has also suggested that we could see some movement on that front as early as next week. Speaking to Keown Offside, Romano shared an update on Cedric's future amid claims he could leave this month. He said, "In terms of other players who could leave Arsenal, I'd keep it open for Cedric Soares and more players. Nothing is imminent at this stage, but next week some movement could take place for the outgoings. Let's see." Cedric is yet to play a single minute in the Premier League this term after returning from a loan spell at Fulham over the summer. The 32-year-old has made just 2 appearances in all competitions, playing a total of 65 minutes for the first team. It wouldn't be a surprise to see the Portuguese defender move on this month, especially as Arsenal could look at signing a new fullback after Jurriën Timber's injury earlier this season. The £100,000 a week defender has fallen down the pecking order over the past couple of years and doesn't seem to feature in Arteta's plans. Offloading his wages ahead of his contract expiring this summer could be an astute move from Arsenal as they bid to bolster Arteta's options in defence. Arsenal not currently in talks over forward transfer, but his future is one to watch in the coming days. Arsenal are reportedly not in talks over a potential transfer move for Ittihad striker Karim Benzema at the moment, according to Fabrizio Romano. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Romano suggested the Frenchman could be on his way out of the Saudi club in the coming days as his situation there is tense, but there is nothing to report in terms of negotiations with the Gunners just yet. Arsenal fans might still want to keep an eye on Benzema's situation, however, as he could be an ideal short-term signing up front to help fire them to the title this season. If the 36-year-old is indeed likely to leave Al Ittihad in coming days, it would be exciting to see him in the Premier League, even if it wouldn't be quite the same as him arriving during his peak years. Arsenal have followed informed midfielder recently, confirms a transfer expert. Arsenal have followed Chavis Simons in recent times as he continues to impress on loan at RB Leipzig from Paris Saint-Germain. That's according to Fabrizio Romano, who says the Gunners tracked Simons last summer, though there is apparently been no update since then, with the young Dutchman's future still not resolved. Speaking exclusively to Keown offside for his daily briefing column, the transfer news expert suggested Simons' future was one that would be looked at more closely in the summer, so it might be some time before we know how realistic it is for Arsenal to try to sign him. Simons is one of the most exciting young players in Europe at the moment, and it would be intriguing to see him in the Premier League, though one imagines he is surely not too far off working his way into the PSG starting 11. The 20-year-old has had a very impressive campaign on loan with Leipzig, and though he looks like he'd be a good fit for the Gunners, it remains to be seen how likely it is that they will revive their interest. Discussing the rumours, Romano said, Arsenal have also recently been linked as suitors for Chavis Simons, who is having an excellent season on loan at RB Leipzig from Paris Saint-Germain. My understanding is that Arsenal were following him last summer, but now there is absolutely nothing new. PSG are very happy with his loan in Leipzig, and decision time will be in the summer. Nothing is being decided in January for Chavis Simons. Complete Wonderkid now want to sign a new contract with current club after claims Arsenal want him. Yorel Hato reportedly want to sign a new contract with Ajax, despite rumors that Arsenal are interested in signing the teenager. The 17-year-old centre-back has been one of the few shining lights for the Dutch Giants this season, with Hato establishing himself as Ajax's newest wonderkid from their esteemed academy. Having been a regular for the Eredivisie side this campaign, interest has exploded in Hato in recent weeks, with Arsenal strongly linked with a move for Hato alongside Liverpool. However, according to The Telegraph, Hato wants to remain with Ajax and sign a new contract with his boyhood club, with talks ongoing with the Amsterdam-based side. Hato signing a new deal with Ajax would be viewed by many as a quite a surprise, especially for Arsenal. However, with the centre-back a guaranteed starter for one of the biggest clubs in Europe, it makes sense why Hato is in no rush to leave Ajax just yet. Given how talented a defender Hato is, it makes sense why some Arsenal fans might be annoyed that the teenager might not be heading to North London this year. However, given how young Hato is and how subtle the centre-back is in Ajax's starting 11, Arsenal are in no rush to sign the defender this month or even in 2024. As we know, Hato is still learning the ropes of playing top-level football, and for Arsenal, it will be better to move for the youngster in a few windows' time when the defender is more developed and more mature. Arsenal could sign excellent left-back in January. According to journalist Dean Jones, Arsenal are interested in signing Leonardo Spinazzola from Roma in the January transfer window. The well-known and well-respected journalist has claimed that Roma could be open to selling the left-back in the middle of the season. Jones has added that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta wants to bring in a new left-back this month. Spinazzola has been on the books of Roma since 2019 and is under contract at the Italian club until the summer of 2024. Former Roma manager Paolo has previously described the left-back as excellent. Jones told Give Me Sport the following: "If there is one position you can get optimistic about, I think it's about Arsenal bringing in a defender to pad out the squad and also raise the quality a little bit. The thing with Spinazzola is that he is actually available in this window. If this is the route that Arsenal want to go down in terms of signing somebody, this has real potential. Arsenal obviously don't have a huge budget. I have been told to be very cautious about measuring who would be a realistic signing and who wouldn't. But when you consider this one, it does actually seem to be one that would fit for sure. It's a position that Arteta wants to fix. In my opinion, Roma left back Leonardo Spinazzola would be a good signing for Arsenal. If Mikel Arteta is keen on a new left back, then Spinazzola would be a good option to have. First of all, the 30-year-old is out of contract at Roma at the end of the season, so Arsenal would be able to sign him for a relatively small transfer fee. Secondly, Spinazzola is hugely experienced, having played for Juventus and Roma. He is used to playing for big clubs and would not be fazed by the prospect of turning out for Arsenal. He has also played 24 times with Italy. Spinazzola is also used to winning major trophies. The left-back won Serie A with Juventus in 18-19, the UEFA Europa Conference League with Roma in 21-22, and the UEFA European Championship with Italy in 2020. Arsenal told to make bid for a £20 million Newcastle player now. Robbie Earle has suggested that Arsenal should now attempt to make a move for Callum Wilson amid speculation that the striker could leave Newcastle United. Despite Arsenal plotting 5 goals past Crystal Palace on Saturday, there remains a concern amongst some of the fans that Mikel Arteta's side still need another striker. Some would love to see Ivan Toney join Arsenal. Meanwhile, Arsenal have their eye on a future move for Alexander Isak, with both Arteta and Edu big fans of the Sweden international. But perhaps it may be one of his Newcastle United teammates who attracts the attention of the Gunners in the January transfer window. Callum Wilson is a surprise contender to leave Newcastle this year. Atletico Madrid are admirers of Wilson, and while Newcastle plan to block the striker's departure, they are apparently open to letting him leave in the summer in an attempt to raise funds. There is surely no chance that Newcastle will let Wilson leave in this window unless they receive a massive offer. But speaking on the two Robbies, Robbie Earle suggested that Arsenal should ask the question of the £20 million forward. Earle said, "I will chuck a little one at you, and it probably isn't going to happen, but what about Callum Wilson? He is apparently available at Newcastle because of Newcastle's financial position and whatever. There is talk about him going on loan to Atletico Madrid. Could I loan him for 6 months? Why would Newcastle do that? To release some salary? I mean, you'd do it. If you were Arsenal, you'd totally do that." Earle then added, "I'm just saying if Arsenal are looking around at options, Callum Wilson be a cheeky little option." Wilson has an excellent record in the Premier League, scoring 86 goals in 215 games during his career, and he has 7 in 14 games this season, so he could definitely be someone who brings something to this Arsenal side. However, there is surely no chance that Newcastle will let him leave for a price Arsenal are willing to pay. Rio Ferdinand thinks £100 million player could be perfect signing for Mikel Arteta. Rio Ferdinand has suggested that Ivan Toney could be the perfect striker signing for Arsenal this January. The Brentford attacker returned to action this weekend with a bang as the England international scored in the Bees' dramatic 3-2 win against Nottingham Forest. And speaking on the Obi-Wan podcast, Ferdinand has claimed that Toney could be a dream signing for the Gunners, with Arsenal reportedly linked with a £100 million move for the Brentford superstar. Ferdinand said on Arsenal potentially signing Toney, "His goal record has been really good. At Arsenal, they need someone who is going to be occupying centre-backs in the penalty area. Jesus, I think, is a teammate's dream. I think I think every player loves playing with Jesus because he offers himself so much to the team. He will help you out in a bad position. He will chase down opponents. He will keep possession of the ball and play people in. But you get your goals in the box. That's where you are going to be judged. I think he has that Brazilian laid back. I want to enjoy my football vibe, and I think even Tony is more focused on being in the box, so he might suit Arsenal. But have Arsenal got £100 million? I don't think Brentford sell for any price in this window. Summer might be too late. I would like to see Tony at a bigger club and see what he could do. Tony has been linked with a move to Arsenal for what now feels like forever, with the 27-year-old still no closer to joining the North London side than he was at the start of the season, and if the attacker decides to stay at Brentford for the remainder of the campaign, it's hard to imagine when Arsenal could sign Tony given his age and interest from rival clubs. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.